Hi, Jay here. Well, I got two Craftbots in, one for me and one for the wife. I'll put some pictures up, and I'll also put some, let me stop for the pictures. I'll also put some video of them printing that I've got separately. In case you didn't see this in the news, Craftbot was an Indiegogo, which is like Kickstarter, crowdfunding, which is a 3D printer. In case you've clicked on this link and you have no idea what a Craftbot is. Craftbot is a 3D printer. This is a DaVinci. This is a Craftbot. I have Replicators and Delta Orions and several other brands. But this is new Craftbot, and I got two of them in. One for the wife and one for me. Yeah, see what I did there? But we'll see how she likes it, because she's always like, oh, you're printing all that. Here, print this, print that. But, so that was her Christmas gift. But if you'll notice, here it is, middle of January, and I just got them. Such is the life of crowdfunding. Hey, it could be worse. I crowdfunded Mackie Box over in Taiwan, and they sort of went belly up. And so everybody got screwed. They made the printers. They ran out of money before they shipped them. Thanks, John. But, so, I mean, crowdfunding is a little bit of a hit or miss. Not only that, but, you know, when they describe what they're going to make, that doesn't mean that's what comes out. That just, they want your money to develop it. Now, luckily, Craftbot, though, was 99 or 95% done. Attila Hovarth, this is made in Hungary, by the way. But they basically had a functioning, ready for production prototypes done before they even crowdfunded, which is what you want to look for. So they were, I think I crowdfunded in May, something like that. And they were supposed to ship in November. They missed it by a month and a half. They tried for Christmas. It just didn't work out. You know, some of the early backers got theirs starting late November. I just got mine. I don't know what number I was. I thought I was pretty low, and I bought two of them. You know, one for the wife, one for me. So, anyway, they're here. My replicator is waiting on a cable, so it's in status limbo. I've been using the DaVinci for about a week now, and I spalled a piece of borosilicate glass out of the middle of it, so I'm going to send that off to be fixed, which is in my other videos, if you'll go look. But today I'm talking about the Craftbot. Now, the Craftbot, when I got them, they were like $400. $400, baby. And it's a 10 by 8 by 8 ABS, PLA, PET, nylon printer. It's very well constructed. It's got, as you can see, plexiglass on the sides. It's open here, but there's already downloadable hinges on Thingiverse that you can print out and get you some acrylic or polycarbonate cut, and you can make you a front door. Now, if you're going to use this mainly for PLA, it doesn't matter, okay, because PLA likes a little open air. If you're going to print ABS, you might want to think about it. Like this DaVinci, see, is enclosed, and it keeps it warm in there for the ABS, because the ABS likes the heat. PLA doesn't. PLA prints like cement. Once it's down, it's set. It's not going anywhere. So, but to do it, you need to lower the glass transition temperature, and you need a lot of fans to do that. And if you look at the pictures that I've posted, the Craftbot has two fans on the side to blow, so it's really a good PLA material printer. It does have the heated bed, which when I started, nobody used a heated bed for PLA. But this heated bed, not only is it heated, it's got a little indicator here that says hot when it gets hot. That's pretty cool. You take the heated bed off, just like that. See? It prints in this aluminum. The little indicator stays on. So you take your print off, you get it off there, and you take it and put it right back. So you don't lose your zero. It's not like it's a scope or something, Jay. You can't lose your zero on a... You can. Printers use zero too. So that's another feature that I like, is that removable aluminum build tray. I can see where those would warp pretty easy though, so we'll have to see how that goes because it's awful thin aluminum. And it's just captured here in the front. So we'll see. It's got a nice thick piece of Kapton on it. I've seen people put paper tape on there. But the Kapton's working great. I've done 2 or 3 prints with it. I got it yesterday. You know, there's the... I'll put pictures up, but that's the demo that they do. That's the twisted jar demo in 0.2 millimeters. It took like an hour and a half to print that. And what's funny is the letter, the thank you letter said, "This printer's ready to go." So I said, okay. And I put on some red, true red MakerBot PLA that none of my printers like. They don't like it. The MakerBot, the replicators don't like it. So, and it's been sitting here for a while, and I've got 3 or 4 rolls. And I said, okay, let's put this janky PLA in there. Hey, but guess what? It printed it well. It's printed everything red that I've printed has been that red PLA, that MakerBot, and it printed it fine. Let's see. 10 by 8 by 8, 260C on the nozzle, so you can do nylon, PET, EPC, polycarb, all kinds of other materials. And it comes loaded, and this is a color touchscreen LCD. I gotta put my glasses on because I just had my eye operation. So if I'm looking this direction and talking to you, it's because I can't see anything in my left eye. But that's because they took the blood out of it that's been in there for like 8 months, so now I can see, except I've got a gas bubble and I'm waiting for it to shrink so I can see out of it. But anyway, so it's got a color LCD touch panel, and you can go and do all kinds of changes, such as, you know, change the temperature, the heated temp bed, the print speeds, everything you're used to doing off the regular printers. It also has a USB port on top. I can see that getting knocked off really easy because I'm always leaning over the top of the thing. They have a guard you can print to keep you from knocking off. I'm going to have to print that because I'm a klutz. 10 by 8 by 8, ABS PLA, many other materials. Color LCD. It runs Craft Unique, which is their slicer. I haven't got deep into the code to see how fast it'll run. Off the top of my head, I want to say this is Marlin. Don't quote me. I know it's not like a MakerBot, the MWare aware, which, you know, you can run with Sailfish and other things to really use those replicators and get the speeds and the feeds and everything you needed. But this runs Craft Unique, which is their front end, and it's which you download from them for free. And you can use it on other 3D printers. I use it on my Delta to program for the round 3D printer. It worked fine. So this has its own front end, just like the MakerBots have Makerware. This has Craft Unique for the Craftbots. And it's along the lines of Simplify 3D. You have a lot of choices. You can either put it in simple mode and just click Fine, Medium, and Coarse and just have at it. Or you can go to Advanced mode and have all of your long program or menu selections, just like you do in like Repetitor Host or Slicer or Simplify 3D, which is what I also use. So that's great. Trying to think. Now I think these are like $900 now, $897. I thought they went from $399 to $699, and even at $699, it's still a better deal. You know, these, like I've been telling you, the Da Vinci's are under $500, and if this one was like under $7 for what you're getting, it's badass. What I paid for 2 of them is badass. Basically, I got 2 for less than 1, because, you know, Kickstarter, but you got to roll the dice, take your chance, because you may not get anything except the bill. So anyway, Let's see some red. I printed some red. These are fan guards that I've installed because it's got big, just open ass fan. I said ass again, didn't I? It's just got these big open face fans with no guards at all. So not even a wire guard like on the replicators and stuff, or even on the DaVinci, they have like a wire guard for the fan. So I had to print some of these fan guards. And the yellow Craftbot that's my wife's is on her side of the craft room. Craftbot, craft room, get it? But I got hers over there set up and running her fan guards in yellow. Hers is yellow. Mine's red. Mine are red. Hers in yellow. Because her nickname's Yellow Yvonne. So I had to buy her yellow printer. And the cool thing is, I don't think they sell the yellow anymore. They went from like 8 colors down to 6, and I didn't see yellow. They do carry still red. My other choices was orange. But so anyway, it works out of the box. I didn't set anything. I literally stuck this on there and just hit print. Yeah, let's see. Now on my wife's, I think if you'll watch the video on my wife's, I put her. Where did I put mine? I put her filament holder. I put her filament holder on the side of hers. I don't have a filament holder. I've got a shelf up here that I can put like 5 or 6 rolls of filament on at one time, and just use it like a tape dispenser. That worked great on my replicator. And by the way, this is smaller than my replicator. I think it's a little taller. You know, the replicator is about that tall. But as far as this way and this way is probably the same. This way's narrower, and it's a bigger print bed. So it just goes to show you, the replicator's what, 2-3 years old now. It costs a hell of a lot more than this stupid thing. So anyway, that's your roll holder. So you put that on there first. You pick a screw. You put it anywhere around the periphery. So you put it on there. Say if you're going to put it on the front, you put it there. You go to the next screw over, and you put your filament feeder cock ring, filament feeder ring in. I didn't say that. On your next screw. So it goes here. And then of course your tube attaches to the top, your filament tube, and then the top of this. Just like any other 3D printer. But like I said, I've got this shelf up here that just feeds it off like a tape dispenser. So I don't need it. But I did put it on my wife's. This is 0.1 resolution capable, which is pretty standard. 0.1. I mean, they got about not the shelf over, but no, I didn't. It's to the ground. But anyway, they've got printers out now that are like 0.05 and 0.02. Okay, talking something that like this big that takes 15 hours to print. But in a 0.05, that thing would take like 4 hours to print. But no, not really, but a long time. I think 0.1's fine. I mean, 0.1, to get it to print 0.1, you basically have to set the whole machine up just for that because of the gap and just squeeze. And, printing at 0.1's not hard, but you got to set the machine up for it. And it sort of backs you out of the 0.2 and 0.3 because it's set up for such a fine detail and squish and everything. So I normally print in 0.2, 0.3. I've done 0.1 before, but, unless I'm doing a presentation piece, why? Because, like, on my sub that I'm doing on my DaVinci, once I glue it all together, I'm going to fill in these gaps with wall putty, let it dry, sand the whole thing, and then prime it. So it's not, I don't need the 0.1. I'm good with 0.2 or 0.3 on these. Like on the elves I made, these are 0.2, these are fine. Who else would need better than that? But anyway, so the Craftbot's in. I think I've got, you're going to laugh, I think I got like, overnight I put like 6 hours on it. I don't think I started playing with it like 9 o'clock. But, whereas in my DaVinci, in a week, I put 120 hours. 122, I think, when this thing's done. But anyway, so that's the Craftbot. They're available at craftunique.com. I don't know what the exact number is on them right now. I think it's $8.90. I don't know about that. You'll have to look around. It's a great printer. And if that, you would not be disappointed at that. But it depends on your needs. If it's $6.99, oh yeah. $6.49, oh yeah. If you could get them like I did at $3.99. Something all over. Yeah. So, you know, go look at them. They're a new company. They're out of Hungary. So shipping takes, you know, 8 to 9 days. Any real complaints I kind of have, I'm not going to voice them yet because, you know, every printer you got to learn, they all have their, you know, little idiosyncrasies. They all like this or like that, or in, you know, some like this kind of PLA, some like that kind of PLA. It's like raising a 3-year-old. But they're a good printer. They're out now. There's a pretty good installed base. There's already things on Thingiverse that you can print out, like I said. I'll intersparse some pictures in my review. So, anyway, this is Jay. This is my initial opening and initial observation of the Craftbot. In a week or so, I'll have another one as I put some hours on it. But right now, yeah, right now, as it sits out of the box, I'm giving it an 8, a solid 8. Unless something blows up. Solid 8. It's printed parts well. You need some tweaking, but it's there. Again, this is Jay. Keep on printing. And as Such00 says, be strong. Be of good courage. God bless America, and long live the Republic. This is Jay. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the rest of my videos.